everybody, welcome to another week of Pilates plus Physio. Thank you for joining me. You need your mat, your yoga brick and your piece of elastic TheraBand. So starting off up in standing, really feel the bottom of your feet on the ground. Maybe just give them a bit of a wriggle, shift your weight forwards and back, shift your weight from side to side. So just connecting your feet down into the ground. Knees nice and soft. Stretch through the front of the hips. Just check you're not standing with your bottom really clenched hard. Doesn't need to be working massively when you're just standing. Open out through the shoulders. Tuck in the chin. Think of lengthening through the back of your neck a little bit. So you're not jamming the chin down, but you are just making the back of the neck a little bit longer. Roll the shoulders gently going backwards. So right up, all the way around, back and down. Nice and smooth. Lovely. Okay, bring both arms up in front. Big gap between your shoulders and your ears. And you're just opening the arms right the way out to the sides. Think of the elbows going first. Then you take the hands back and finally the fingers back. And as you come forward, think of the wrists coming forward first. So it's elbows going back, nice and smooth, all the way, really open through the front of the chest. Hands back, fingers back, wrists coming forward first. Just a nice, smooth, flowing movement. Opening out through the front of the chest. Think of your arms sort of wafting around like a bit of that thick ribbony seaweed. Just moving nice and gently in a nice calm sea. Opening right out and coming back. And again, opening right out and coming back. Great, bring the arms down. Imagine you're standing in the middle of that clock face, 12 up in front of you. 6 behind, 3 and 9 off to the side. So you're just going to step forward onto the 12. Get your balance when you're there. Step back onto the 6. Across onto your 3. Over onto the 9. How about up onto the 11? Back onto the 4. Over to the 9, up to the 2, back to the 6, up to the 12, get your balance when you're there, feel the bottom of your foot on the floor, onto the 4, cross onto the 8, back to the 3, and back right into the centre. Good, good. Take one hand, imagine you've got a medicine ball on your hand, press that up to the roof, push down with the other hand. So think of a car spring underneath your hand. You're pressing that into the floor, fold the knee up in front. So think of a string going from your knee, someone's just drawing it up towards the ceiling. Place that leg down, swap legs. Again, piece of string on your knee, taking you up towards the ceiling. And down. And on the other side, fold the knee up. And down. One more on the first leg. So the aim is to keep your body completely straight. So if you're doing this in front of the mirror, just want to make sure you're not leaning over to the side. Great, okay. Swap legs. Swap arms, sorry. So press up with one, push down with the other, piece of string on your knee, fold the knee up. Get your balance when you're there. So really focus on the bottom of that foot that's staying on the ground. You're wanting to feel your foot on the floor. Remember, balancing exercise is really, really important. Just try and do a few every day. You know, standing on one leg while you're waiting for the kettle to boil or waiting for the computer switch on. One more on the other leg. pushing up, keep pressing down. Lovely. Okay, both legs down, maybe roll the shoulders again, let them release. And take a step forward with one leg. So one foot on the floor, heel off on the back leg. Keep your chest up, keep your belly button pointing to the front. You can have the arms out. You're just going to drop down into like a little curtsy and back up. So sore knees, you might only want to go a couple of inches and back up. If you want to make it harder, you're dropping down further. So drop down, imagine you're getting your MB off the Queen. Nice little curtsy in front of her. And back up. Good, bring the arms down, swap your feet. So one leg forward, one back, arms out. And you're just dropping down and back up. So you want to watch that your bottom doesn't go out behind you. Your body doesn't tip forward, so your body is staying vertical. Bend that front knee, bend the hip. Press into your foot back up. And go one more on that side. Good. Bring the arms down, swap legs. So step forward, heel off on the back leg, arms out, drop down and back up. So almost the slower you do it, the longer that muscle has to work to lower you down and push you back up. One more. Swap again. Dropping down. You can really reaching your fingers out towards the side walls. Okay, keep the arms out, step back with the leg, point your fingers to the roof. Think of doing little polishing circles on the side wall. So little tiny circles going backwards, little circles going forwards, little circles going backwards, little circles going forwards. Great, bring the arms down, put the hand over the back of your bottom, your sacrum, and just give that a rub. And you're just trying to feel that that sacrum is actually curved. So the back of your bottom, your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, it's got a nice curve to it. So just give that area a gentle rub. Remind yourself that it is curved, it's not a flat bit. And then come down onto the floor, lying on your back, just in the relaxation position. Put on a thinner block or the rolled up towel, little tiny flat pillow if you need to. So, let your back settle into the mat, shoulder blades sort of snuggled underneath you. Keep thinking about that curve through your pelvis. And just start off with some gentle sort of pelvic rocking. So you're flattening your back into the mat, rolling away. So you could think of your pelvis a bit like a football, and you're just rolling it towards you and then rolling it away from you. Even weight through the feet, and then maybe start to come up. Maybe just bring your bottom vertebra off the floor and back down again. And then the first couple. Obviously you're not going to feel that, you're just imagining it. Think of your back like one of those strings of those cotton reels you used to put onto a big thick shoelace when the children were little and they had to practice threading them. So now you're maybe taking 3 cotton reels off the floor, placing them back down again, coming a little bit higher. Don't work too hard, it's just a nice gentle movement. You're not trying to squash your back into the mat. Maybe coming right up, getting the weight right up between your shoulder blades. Straight line, knees, hips, ribs now maybe. Nice and smooth. Maybe next time curl your bottom up, check your feet are flat on the ground, float both arms right back over the top of your head Leave the arms there. Roll your bottom back down. And then pull the arms over. So imagine that you're getting one cotton reel at a time back onto the floor. When you leave the arms up, it's quite difficult because obviously you're sort of tightening everything up. You're tensioning the tissues when you take the arms up. So see if you can still get that smooth feeling as you come down. Bring the arms over. Those who want to, you could tuck the chin in, lift your head, look just down over the knees. Head down. Curl your bottom up. Float the arms back over. Leave the arms there. Roll your bottom down. So coming right down. Once you're all the way down, pull the arms back, tuck in the chin, lift your head, look down over the knees. Couple more. So next, you don't have to do the lifting your head. Great. Okay. This time maybe leave your arms up and then take them out to the sides. So shoulder height or a little bit lower. So arms right out to the sides. Bend your elbows. So you've got your fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Feel the back of your shoulders on the mat. And then just let your hands drop back to the floor. So don't worry if they don't get to the floor. And take them back up towards the ceiling. So feel which bits of your back are on the mat. That stays the same. Let the hands just drop back. And come back up. So you're pivoting sort of at your shoulder joint. And you're just going back. And come back up. So you almost want to think of sort of slotting your upper arm into your shoulder. Okay, next time, then start taking your hands down towards the floor. So it's quite easy to cheat with this one. So you just want to make sure the back of your shoulder doesn't come away from the ground. So you're keeping the back of your shoulder anchored on the mat. So most people won't get to the floor in front unless you cheat by pointing your fingers down. So keep the wrists straight and then go all the way back and up. And all the way down as far as you're happy. Think of someone pressing the front of your shoulder down. And back. Up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor. Keep the wrists straight. And just going one more. Lovely. Okay, and then turn over onto your side. Ideally underneath arm up above your head. If you've got sore shoulders, you could bring your arm in front, rest your head on the brick. Legs out straight, make sure you can just see your toes. Look back to the front. Side leg lift, point the toes, top leg up. Foot up, press right out through the heel. So nice and smooth, top hand nice and light. Big gap, shoulder to ear. Side of the buttock, side of the thigh working. So that's the muscle that sort of keeps your pelvis level when you're standing on one leg. Okay, let's change it a little bit. So bring the leg up, sort of 6 inches above the other one. Take it forward, touch it down in front of you. Up, along the top, not too far back. Touch down behind you. Up. So think of a sort of cardboard box going over your foot. Just tracing the edge of the box. So you're going up the front, along, and down, up, along, and down. Going up, back, and down, up, forward, and down. And again, take it up, along the top, and down, back on top of the other leg. Okie doke. And then turn over onto the other side. So again, underneath arm, right up above your head if it'll go. Legs out straight, make sure you can just see your feet. Look back to the front. Nice big gap between your shoulder and your ear. Side leg lifts, point the toe, top leg up, foot up, pressing out through the heel. So nice and smooth, normal breathing. So just make sure you're breathing in and out, nice rhythm. So you can keep going with the just lifting and lowering, or you could switch, bring the leg up, take it forward, touch it down in front of you, up, along the top, touch down behind you. Bring it up, along the top, and touch down, up, along the top, touch down behind you. A couple more. Should be side of the buttock, side of the thigh, doing most of that work. Lovely. Okay. Rest the leg down, maybe give the side of the buttock a bit of a rub if you feel that muscle's been working quite hard. And then come over onto hands and knees. So just set yourself up. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Really press the floor away from you. Chin tucked in, a little bit of a hollow through your lower back. So now, push the floor away from you. Think of that candle on the mat. You're just pressing your chest away from you. You can either tuck your toes underneath, press into your hands, scoop in the lower tummy, hover the knees, a couple of inches only. So you want to make sure your back doesn't turn into a little humpback bridge. And then gently down. Just watch you don't bang your knees down hard onto the mat. Or you can do that with your feet down flat if it's not going to give you cramp. So fingers nice and wide, press into the hands, chin in, draw in the lower tummy, hover the knees again. Just hold as long as you're happy. Slowly down. One more, maybe with the toes tucked underneath. Press the floor away. Nice long back of the neck and hover. Might get a bit of a shake in your arms like I'm getting. Nice little weight going down through the arms helps really keep those bones strong. Great. Slowly down with the knees, knees apart, big toes together. Back into that nice stretch for your back, arms, shoulders, knees. Creep your fingers a little further forward maybe. Good. And then come down so that you are lying on your tummy. So forearms probably parallel with the mat or maybe a little bit wider. Elbows bent. Forehead on the floor or on the thinner little block if your nose gets in the way, but chin tucked right in. Slide your shoulders up to your ears, slide your shoulders down away from your ears. So just a couple of those. Get the feeling of your shoulder blades moving over the rib cage. So slide your shoulders down and float your forehead off the mat. So you're just coming up, peeling your chest away from the floor. And down. So shoulders down, keep looking down at the mat, keep that back of the neck nice and long, peel up. Nice one for your upper back. And release down. So feet down flat if you can. Shoulders down, chin in, long back of the neck, peel your chest away from the floor. Hold there. And down. Good one if you're getting a little bit sort of hunched in your upper back. If you're on the computer a lot of the time, it's a nice one. And maybe just going one more. Great, okay. And then bring your fingertips to touch above the top of your head. And this time, shoulders away from your ears, hands and forearms off the mat. and down. So you've got your elbows bent, fingertips probably sort of about 6 inches or so above the top of your head. Slide your shoulder blades down, and this time almost think of sort of opening a book. Hands and forearms coming off, wrists still staying straight. Hold there and down. So it's the muscles sort of round the back on the shoulder blades. Good one to do if you've got sore shoulders. Don't feel you've got to lift very high. So shoulders away from your ears first. Hover those forearms. Hold them there. And then down. And again, shoulders down, forearms just hovering. Lovely. Okay. Bring your hands back, sort of level with your shoulders. Maybe just press up into your hands like a little cobra. And come down. And again, press into the hands. Back of the neck nice and long still. And going again. And then pop up to hands and knees. This time knees together. Bottom right back to your heels a moment. Arms in front, curl your head right down. And then back onto hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. Press the floor away from you, chin in. Think of that nice cappuccino sitting on your bottom. Got another one between your shoulder blades. Diagonal arm and leg out. So reaching out, hold there, almost like you're going to shake somebody's hand. And back in. Other side, press back with the foot, reach forward with your hand. Hold there, and back in. Other side, so really smooth as you switch from one to the other. Keep that back of the neck nice and long. Could have toes up, push out through the heel. And switch again. Lovely. Okay. Come back so that you are lying on your back. Maybe grab your yoga brick or your nice fat book. So lying on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Press into your feet, curl your bottom up, slide the block underneath your bottom. If you have it too low, you just kind of sink into it. So block under your bottom. One leg down, let it flop. Other leg down, let that flop. Fingers linked, palms to the roof, arms back over the top of your head. Sore shoulders, you don't have to do the arms right up here. And breathe. Breathing down into your lower tummy. So you're just getting a little bit of gentle backwards arching. Things just relax. Just sort of check down through your body, see if you can feel if you're holding anywhere tight. You know, start with your head, jaw, shoulders, tummy nice and relaxed, front of the hips, back of the knees. Lovely. Okay, bring the arms all the way down, slide one leg up, slide the other leg up. Press your feet into the floor, ease your bottom off the brick. Brick out, bottom down. Gather up the knees, cross your ankles, knees quite wide apart. Rock your knees towards your chest. So just gentle up and down, up and down. See if you can get a nice rhythm going. Think of that rhythm you used to If one uses pushing the pram back and forwards or pushing the pushchair back and forwards with an irate baby. Just want that nice soothing rhythm just to get those back muscles releasing and letting go. All those little joints through the bottom of your back, just opening and shutting, opening and shutting. Great, okay, and then if you can, put your hands underneath your head. If that doesn't work, you could rest your hands on your forehead. Keep the elbows nice and wide. We're either doing a reverse curl, curling your knees to your chest and releasing. So think of your tailbone now curling up away from the floor. Or if you don't like that exercise, uncross your legs, press your lower back into the mat, touch one heel down. So that one comes up, the other one goes down. So you're passing the legs in midair, or you're curling. It's lower tummy doing the work. Remember, often the upper tummy is quite strong, lower tummy relatively weak. It's the lower tummy that tends to switch off if you've had lots of back pain, abdominal surgery. So you want to get that muscle, just remind it that it does know how to work, it might have just forgotten. Great. Hold on to the knees again. This time maybe just take your knees in a bit of a circle. Nice smooth circles going around one way. So you're just rolling on that nice curved sacrum, bottom of your back. Roll round the other way. Okay, pop your legs down, keep them bent, arms out to the sides. Maybe cross your right leg over the left, shuffle your left foot towards the right edge of the mat and let your knees drop to the left. You could take your right ear towards the floor. Twisting stretch. Great, draw in the tummy, pull the knees back up into the middle. Uncross your legs. So cross your left foot over your right. Shuffle your right foot to the edge of the mat. Drop your knees over to the right, left ear towards the floor. So you're turning your head to the left. Lovely. Scoop the tummy in. Knees back up into the centre. Shuffle your foot back, uncross the legs. You can either hold behind the thigh, tuck in the chin, roll up into sitting, or turn over onto your side and come up that way. Sit right up tall. If you're happier sitting up on your brick, if your back or your hips are a bit stiff, sit up onto the block. Maybe soles of the feet together. So going to be right up on your sitting bones, soles of the feet together. Just let those knees drop. Again, lengthen the back of your neck. Big gap between your shoulders and your ears. And just think of taking your nose round to the right as far as you can. All the way back round to the left as far as you can. Let the knees drop. Nose around to the right as far as you can, and back. Nose around to the left as far as you can, and back. Good. Come slowly up into standing. Get rid of that in a minute. Feet pointing to the front, stand nice and tall. This time maybe just slide your shoulders up to your ears. Really let them drop. And again, slide up. Check you're not gripping with the legs at all. Let them release. Thumbs up. Maybe take a big breath in as you float the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And breathe out as you come down. And again, big breath in as you float the arms up. Big breath out as you come down. Lovely. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that and see you again next week. Bye-bye.